Looking at these three historical mistakes in the energy sector, namely over-reliance on one single country for its natural gas, second, turning its back to nuclear power, and losing the solar PV manufacturing to China, prepare the rather negative framework conditions for energy for European competitiveness, and I hope the new Commission in Brussels and the Polish Presidency puts the competitiveness as a key priority and address energy and relevant issues.
Niezwykle ważne wydarzenie na brukselskiej mapie. Rozmawiamy o przyszłości energii nie tylko w Polsce, ale w kontekście całej Unii Europejskiej. Już od 1 stycznia polska prezydencja i wielkie wyzwania, transformacja energetyczna, stopniowe odejście od węgla, zastąpienie węgla atomem, ekologiczny miks energetyczny przy jednoczesnym zachowaniu konkurencyjności polskiej i europejskiej gospodarki. Jest o czym debatować, jest o czym rozmawiać. Wnioski płynące z debaty mają się stać takim podłożem do tego, by znaleźć dobre rozwiązania i by w ten nowy okres dla Europy ruszyć z impetem tak, by to, co zawarte w raporcie Draghiego, stało się rzeczywiście faktem.
So energy storage and in fact grids and other flexibility mechanisms is crucial to the deployment of renewable energy and the energy transition. So we need that grids and storage capacity to move green electrons in both time, so with storage, but also location with grids. So recently at COP29, the agreement was made to endorse a pledge towards grids and storage targets. So over 55 countries, including Poland, have endorsed those targets, which mean a large increase in storage, but also grids between now and 2030, to assist in the deployment of tripling renewables in that same time frame.
Well, we are continuing the implementation of the European Green Deal, which will be complemented by several new instruments, in particular the Clean Industrial Deal. So we are in the stage of implementation of the legislation, but we are also looking forward to the new target for 2040, how to create it, how to establish the right conditions, and we want to make sure that all the elements of the legislation are properly implemented with the mind on the European industries, how to help them in the transition, how to facilitate their competitiveness on the global scene, how to open new markets for European goods and increase the economic and social prospects for European companies.
Polish Energy Day, cykliczne wydarzenie organizowane przez Polski Komitet Energii Elektrycznej w gronie ministrów polskich, w gronie polityków europejskich, w gronie przedstawicieli sektora, mediów, również różnych instytucji mających wpływ na decyzje Unii Europejskiej. Rozmawiamy o przyszłości sektora elektroenergetycznego, jak zachować konkurencyjność europejskiej gospodarki, w jaki sposób ma następować transformacja energetyczna i w jaki sposób przeprowadzić ją w sposób najlepszy dla europejskiej gospodarki i dla Europejczyków.
So obviously competitiveness of Europe will rely on whether we will get affordable energy in Europe, because this is one of the major bottlenecks we have in Europe today. And affordable energy that has to do with a lot of renewables, homegrown renewables, that is also adding to energy security in Europe, because this is also what our industry in Europe needs to be sure that we can also count on energy, affordable energy in the future. So for these two reasons, we need to make sure that we're growing renewables at much faster pace, but at the same time we also need to make sure that the energy system is ready for this transformation. And by that I mean we need grids, We need grids both on a TSO level, on the transmission level, but also on the distribution level, because this is where 70% of renewables will be connected to the grids. And we need a lot of flexibility in the system. That flexibility needs to come from electricity demand. So we need to electrify our economies. We need to electrify heating, transport, and industries. But we also need to make sure that there is a lot more storage and demand response in the system. And all of that makes that, after all, Europe will have a very, very competitive landscape and energy that is making sure that Europe's industry will be competitive.